Who else wants to be successful with mindfulness? Mindfulness today is a major buzzword, isn't it? Representing a state of living in the moment that many of us aspire to, even as we berate ourselves for spacing out, forgetting some things which are important, or wasting time on our phones. I'm guilty of the same. Hi everyone, this is me, Jyotika Bedi, your host, psychologist, and the founder of Happiness is Love. Today we are going to talk about this important word and its importance. Are you ready for the ride with me? We tend to think of mindfulness as something which is very hard, a very difficult pursuit, which requires too much time and commitment and maybe even new clothing or a special cushion. However, none of that is necessary. Mindfulness is possible for all of us. Even if we can't take 2 weeks off for, let's say, a silent retreat or a holiday. Let me first share with you how this is possible. The first step is to really understand what do we really mean by mindfulness. It's about choosing to pay attention to the present moment in curiosity and not in judgment. Mindfulness calls on us to notice when our thoughts have drifted to the past or are wandering into the future. And when we are regretting, fantasizing, or worrying rather than engaging with what is in front of us right now. Each time we are able to step away from the pinball game in our mind and focus on the present, we give ourselves the greatest gift, which is the best possible chance to make the best possible choice, whatever that may be in the moment. And the best thing, question mark? When we inevitably forget to pay attention, it doesn't mean that we have failed. There is no way to fail at mindfulness, which is again a blessing. This is a gift. What it does mean is that we have another chance to step back into the present moment, but only if we notice our own mind. If we notice that our mind has again wandered off in another place. This happens to you, it happens to me. So today I want to play a small quiz with you and a game with you which will help you probably understand yourself better and if you're able to practice mindfulness. The quiz is called How Mindful Are You of Mindfulness? Firstly, what according to you is mindfulness? What are we likely to not do when we are mindful? Can mindfulness slow down your rate of maybe aging? Is it helpful for people with anxiety and depression? Why does mindfulness reduce our stress and anxiety? What does communicating mindfully really mean to you? Remember, as today's youngsters, you can learn to be more mindful of what you are currently doing, your surroundings, and how you respond to people, and how kind you are to yourself. Importance of mindfulness. Mindfulness reduces stress and makes you at peace. Simple. Also, it reduces stress and anxiety. Research is saying it, psychology is saying it. Helps you to work better, be more productive. When you are mindful, your focus seems to be better and everything around you also seems to be better. You can be strong and not fall into that loop of this emotional activity or emotional loop. Helps you to be more happy in your relationships, be it with your father, your mother, your sibling, your friend, your spouse, any loved one. Not only me, but many people have benefited from this beautiful practice of practicing self-awareness and mindfulness. They have recovered, my clients have recovered from anxiety and many other problems that they've faced just by this simple practice. So now the most effective way to get better at noticing when you're left the present moment is to practice mindfulness just in small ways, as often as you can. Because when you practice, you get better at it. Start when it's easy. Many people get interested in mindfulness as a way to deal with their stress or any difficult situation that they may be experiencing. And this is a great idea. However, trying to be mindful for the first time in the middle of chaos, in the middle of crisis, is a lot. It's asking a lot, like trying to score the game-winning goal when you're gone to just a single practice. How is it possible? Don't make it hard for yourself. Start with the pleasant moments, those micro moments, and be ready to deal with the challenges when they come your way. So start small. Pay attention to something you do every day. Small thing. A great way to start is to pick maybe one or maybe two activities you do every day. Let's start with a simple activity like brushing your teeth or riding the bus to school or work, or let's say reading a book if you're a parent to your children at bedtime. And then get in the habit of paying attention to what you are doing, what you are feeling. Your mind will wander, possibly within seconds, but don't sweat it. Just bring your attention back to the teeth or the book that you're reading. It's a very, very powerful practice. Start small, but start now. Approach situations with curiosity. If you're not sure how to really respond to a situation, you're not alone. Or if you're feeling frustrated in ways that aren't being helpful, try getting curious about what is happening instead. You can't be angry and interested at the same time, can you? It just doesn't work. You can be more curious. Not only will your curiosity help you get out of that difficult headspace, but it will likely to help you gain a little more clarity, a little more calm, so that you can make the most informed choice about how you want to move forward. Also, remember to pause. Each time you are moving from one activity to the next, drinking tea or coffee, using the bathroom, or checking your phone, it could be any simple activity, take a couple of deep breaths and then come back to the present moment. Breathing is very, very powerful. Breathe whenever you can. Breathing is a key mindfulness practice because it is something we always do out of necessity, and it's also a very, very effective way to bring our awareness back to the here and now. Every time I'm feeling stressed and swamped, I just take deep breaths, and I tell my children, big feelings, deep breaths. Take 3 or 4 deep breaths and pay attention to them and see the magic unfold. At any given point, it will help you calm down and focus. Ground yourself physically. If you're concentrating on your breathing and it's not working for you, it's not enough, sit down and notice how the chair feels. Put your body on the chair, shoulders back. Put your hands flat on the counter or on the table and notice how hard the table is, or a cool surface, how it feels. Keep maybe a stone handy and run your fingers across it. These are very simple yet very powerful techniques. These are actions that will bring again your awareness to the present. They'll ground you to the present moment and then calm you down. As you practice moments of mindfulness on a regular basis, you will notice that they come more naturally and easily to you. It was very hard for me. However, with practice, one gets better. You're more likely to slow down at critical moments in a day, and you'll find it much easier to take those deep breaths so that you can respond instead of reacting thoughtfully rather than harshly. I am guilty of the same, and when I started practicing mindfulness, it was initially difficult. Now it's easy. And I did not have the tools then, and that's why we do this work, because we at Happiness is Love are here to support you and make sure that you practice these techniques and tools which will have a positive impact in your everyday life. We would love to hear from you if you are hearing this, if you're watching this, if this little practice, this small step has had a big impact. It has helped you build more patience and probably made you realize that yes, mindfulness can be taken seriously, and with practice and daily commitment, you can achieve it. I was struggling myself, and that's why I really believe this is a gift that I gave myself and my children. Today, when my children are in tough spots, when they're going through chaos and crisis, they're able to stop and pause, take deep breaths, focus their attention on the present moment, and again bring their attention by grounding themselves so that they're able to respond instead of reacting in that moment. I believe that when we build ourselves, we build each other and build a better future. I hope this was useful to you. If you're struggling with any aspect of your life, you can reach out to us. We at Happiness is Love care truly about your happiness, your healing, and your well-being. Keep smiling, keep shining, and stay tuned for more.